Good, but not my fucking tempo. That is Fletcher from Whiplash, a fantastic movie that everyone should see. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Watch a Movie, Episode 9. I'm Kelvin.
And I'm Robert.
And today we watched one amazing movie, one meh, but we're going to get into that. Go Watch Movie is a discussion podcast, a movie discussion podcast where we talk about movies and discuss them in detail, and we spoil the poop out of them. So just know that going in. I want to go ahead and mention audible.com, audibletrial.com/Go Watch a Movie, where you can get a free Audible audiobook if you use that code. And that's any audiobook you want on their website. If you use audibletrial.com/Go Watch a Movie, get a free audiobook and help out the podcast. Today we watched two movies. Of course, the big blockbuster, the Brad Pitt mainstream Allied, which we will get to, but we're going to go ahead and start with the little bit lesser known, the first I heard of, introduced to me by Robert here, Stoker. And we're going to go ahead and let's bring in Arnold to get this introduced right. Arnold? Go ahead.
What does Arnold have to say?
Okay, Arnold, go ahead. Today the guys, they watched Stoker. It was made in 2013. Thanks, Arnold. Go ahead and the people who acted in it. Mia Wasikowska, Nicole Kidman, Matthew Good. It's a fantastic movie. They watched and they liked it. Go ahead, guys. Thanks, Arnold. That was something, I guess.
That was it.
Anyway, we watched Stoker, and I had never heard of this movie until today. I'm going to go ahead and say Matthew Good. Mm-hmm. He should be every villain in every movie ever, because this guy is the creepiest son of a gun that I've ever seen in my life. And like
he knows it. I don't know how he did it. But like every scene, it's just you focus in on him and you just feel weird because he's just looking at you, or he's looking at the camera, or he's looking at somebody. He doesn't blink. It's just odd. It's great.
And I'm glad you mentioned the blinking thing, because I'm like, why don't you blink, you bastard? Please blink, because I'm scared right now. And the first thing, Stoker is a movie about a. Robert, I'll let you explain this one, because you've seen it before me.
It's kind of like I want to call it a coming to age story about a young girl who's growing up. Her father dies and she has to adjust to that, being basically that her father was not really her only friend, but basically just a huge mentor in her life and extremely important, more so than her mother. And then she kind of finds out basically who she is and then who her family is, all in one big jaunt, and you're rocked when you watch it.
Yes. The first thing I noticed about this movie is the cinematography. And I'm going to put his name, the guy who did cinematography, in the description of this podcast, because
it's so good.
It makes this movie for me. Like, there are scenes or shots in this movie that you won't expect. And like a lot of in the earlier parts of the movie, like they cut off the top of people's torsos to emphasize other parts of the scene. Mm-hmm. And like there's a shot in the beginning where there's a she's the main character Mia is climbing a tree, and the camera is like I'm pretty sure sitting on the ground, and it's kind of tilted sideways, and the tree is sideways, and the whole shot is sideways. It's just beautifully shot movie. But like when I was told we were gonna watch Stoker, I didn't expect what we got. Mm-hmm. It is, and I hate the fact that I connected so much to this movie, because it's not a movie you want to connect to.
No, it's not. And that's one of the weird things about it. I love it so much, but I don't want to introduce it to people because I'm like, you'll think I'm a weirdo after I do.
Exactly, and that's yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm feeling weird, but oddly satisfied
In a good way.
at the same time. Yeah, because Matthew Good, who plays Asmodeus in Watchmen, may be his biggest role. I think, I'm not sure, but also my number 2 in the biggest villain movie, Bad Guy Chance thing. But he is amazing in this scene. It stars Matthew Good as the main antagonist. Mia Wakoska,
or whatever.
yeah, and Nicole Kidman.
Yes.
Since Arnold failed at introducing those characters, but every single one of them plays their part to a T. They are Nicole Kidman is the least favorite, but she does what she has to do to play the mother who doesn't quite care about her daughter, or only cares about her enough to get by.
She cares more about herself.
Yes. Her husband just died, and she's already moving in his brother, who she didn't even know, just met, for mainly sex, I would imagine.
I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah. And who is the main antagonist is the brother of the deceased husband. The husband dies in a car accident, quote unquote. And
you can call that a car accident.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and that's what we get when we first are introduced to this movie. And the daughter is very Lydia from Beetlejuice, Lydia-esque.
Yeah, either that or like from the Addams Family.
Yeah,
like
Wednesday.
Like Wednesday.
Like she doesn't like to be touched. She keeps to herself. She is only friends with her father. She's this very gothic centric girl, and she's an amazing actress, Mia Wakoska. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but she is fantastic in this movie and everything else I've seen her in. But she plays her role to the T. She is disconnected from her mother. She meets this uncle, and the first time she meets him is at her father's wake, and she avoids him like the plague. Like she sees him coming. She goes out the back door of the house, and they live in a fish kind of plantation style house. And she goes out the back door and just to avoid him, and comes in the front door, and sits on the steps, to avoid him. And he says a comment which I find fault in. The only fault I found in this movie. He's standing at the top of the steps, and she's at the bottom. And he's like, I feel like I'm at a disadvantage here because you're beneath me.
You didn't like that?
My only thing is, I go back to Star Wars, Obi-Wan and Anakin. Anakin is like, Obi-Wan says, I have the high ground, Anakin.
Oh my God, why would you go there? I thought that moment in the movie was brilliant.
It was great, but my mind kept flashing to that.
He's already playing psychological mind games with her. Like,
yeah.
Why do you feel at a disadvantage? Because
you above me. Yeah. But like, I don't know. My nerd brain kicked in. It's like, wait, he's at the advantage. If he put out his lightsaber, he'd cut her to pieces right now. But I agree though. He starts at that point, like getting into her head.
He's not really trying to cut her to pieces though. He wants her to be an equal. He wants to join forces with her basically.
Because as we find out later, this guy has been planning this moment for quite some time.
For her entire life.
And from there, we just go into this fantastic dance of not even cat and mouse, but cat and cat, I guess. Like, because she is, by all means, she's been trained by her father. She doesn't expect much from people.
She's as formidable as he is.
Yes.
But she doesn't know it yet.
Exactly. She just needs to have her eyes opened, and he does that for her. And it is beautifully done. Like, this movie came out in 2013, and in my opinion, should have won every Oscar that year, because it is just like you by the time the credits roll at the end, which they even do that great because they roll them backwards. Like, you should, like, you are like, wow, just wow.
Did you get the whole yin and yang thing with the chocolate ice cream and the vanilla?
Yeah. And
there's so many little different references in it.
Every part of it. He at some point like goes to get her ice cream, and brings her back vanilla and chocolate, and says, "Hey, why don't you go down to the basement and put this ice cream away?" Because they have a deep freezer, and that's where they store the ice cream, I guess. But she goes down there, and even that scene, like her just walking through the basement, she's they don't have a light switch that turns on every light. They have to turn on every light down there manually. So she turns on the light, hits one of the lights, and it swings back and forth because it's a hanging fixture. And as it swings back and forth, it flashes to her mom flirting with him and him doing that creepy smile that he does. And she keeps walking, and it's just kind of that motion. But she gets to the freezer, puts the ice cream in there, and at first you don't notice anything.
Yeah, she doesn't know it's there.
Yeah, it's just meat and ice cream that she throws in there, and she quickly comes out. And when she comes out, was it cold down there? Cold enough for you down there? Or, something along those lines. And then she goes down there a second time to actually eat the ice cream. And these people are rich. They have maids, they have cooks and everything like that. So the main maid disappears. And they don't know where she went. They just think she quit or whatever because the husband died. The second time she goes down there to actually eat ice cream, and she finds the maid. And through a series, the maid dead in the deep freezer that she put the ice cream in. And in a series of flashbacks and flashes, while we're still in the present, but they kind of just brilliantly flash these images of her discovering this body. We see that she is not frightened. She's not terrified. She's actually intrigued that she found the body of this maid, and that she now knows her uncle is this serial killer.
Something.
Yeah,
it's weird. I also want to point out that they have like heightened senses.
Mm-hmm.
They almost have like spidey senses. Like they can hear things that other people can't hear and notice things that other people don't notice. It's really weird how like connected to the world they are, like as opposed to everybody else.
And that's oddly one of the reasons I connect to this movie, because not to put myself in a high mantle, but like I feel that way like sometimes where I notice things that other people don't notice, and I tune in on things people don't notice. So I connect to these characters big time, and it's like yay for me, but also they are killers. So,
yeah, I love the scene where she cracks an egg. She's listening to like two maids. And she's like, she doesn't really want to hear it, so she like cracks an egg on the tabletop.
These boiled
eggs. She starts
eggs.
Rolling the egg so she can hear the crackle, and she just concentrates on the crackle to try to drown out everything else.
And that's what the movie focuses on. Like the sound dampens from this wake where all this hustle and bustle are going on, and then it focuses on the egg that she's rolling around at. So all you hear at that moment is the crackle of the egg, the boiled egg that she's breaking open.
It's like she's meditating on the egg crackle. And it's weird.
And she doesn't wake up until the maid who disappears, interrupts her. And it's just brilliant. And there's so many scenes in this movie that are that way. And it's
like all of them.
Oh yeah,
like they just roll them all the way through.
And it blows my mind. Like the fact every point of this movie they shoot brilliantly, and that much detail is put into it. Dang, that was a scene that I wanted to talk about 100%, but I can't remember it. There's so many.
All of them are good. I could sit there and talk about them all for like hours.
Yeah.
It's like, how did they do that? They just figured it out and figured out a way to make everybody just...
I tell you what, one thing that caught my attention in this movie, and I'm going to sound like a pervert here, but more so than any other sex scene that I've ever seen in my life, they were...
The shower scene?
Not even shower scene. They were playing the piano. She sits down to play the piano because learning the piano and plays the piano. And there's a metronome scene that is also brilliant. But she sits down to play the piano in this movie, and he joins her. The Matthew Good character joins her. And
Charlie the uncle,
yeah, and they start playing together.
And she almost has
and she gets her old face on because they're sitting there playing the piano, and he at one point leans across her to reach other keys, and starts playing with her, and her legs tighten and clench together, and she starts sighing passionately. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
He's playing the piano.
Hey now, like, and they're playing the piano the whole time, but it's like, wait a minute, this is happening. Like, she,
more than a song.
Yeah, she is enjoying this more than she should. And she's 18 at this point, so she's like, this is her first experience because she is a introvert. She's a shut-in. She doesn't like being touched. But at this point in her life, she is enjoying this so much, and they zoom in on points of her ecstasy and her legs crossing, and once again, it's masterfully shot, so you see all of this in detail, and it's. And as Robert mentioned before, the shower scene.
Yeah.
So
that caught me so off guard. I was not expecting that because she's like crying the whole time.
You think she's crying?
Like, you think she's crying? Like, oh no, I did this horrible thing. I witnessed this horrible thing. All this bad stuff is happening. But it wasn't that. It was the exact opposite. She was elated. She was happy about it.
So
she
that's
was
enough
turned
for
on
them.
by it.
Like, set that scene up for them because.
She lures this guy out from a bar. I guess it was a bar or a restaurant or whatever it was.
One of her schoolmates.
And they go out into basically the woods, but there's like a playground, which is kind of funny that it's a playground. And then like they're like flirting with each other. She like flirts with him, makes him chase her. So he chases her, and then they start making out. And then little something happens. And then she's like, well, I don't want to do this anymore. He's like, no, you're going to do this. You started it. We're going to finish.
You've opened this door, so now you're going to walk in it.
That's like Hellraiser.
Yeah.
And so the uncle comes walking up like abruptly. You don't really see it coming.
I love that scene.
He just comes walking out of nowhere.
He's like taking his pants off, the guy her schoolmate, taking his pants off, undoing his belt, and pulls his pants down. Oh, you've opened this door. Now you're gonna walk in it. And in the background, you see her uncle.
It's like It Follows.
Don't remind me of that movie. But yeah, he's fast walking, undoing his belt. And oh my God, it's just great. You don't hear him or anything, but he's fast walking under his belt.
He gets in there. He basically, the guy's attacking the girl, but he protects her, sort of, kind of. Mm-hmm. Attacks him in response. Ties the belt around his neck. And in a very graphic way, you see him snap his neck with the belt. And you see her underneath the guy snapping her neck, kind of writhing, and I don't know if it's ecstasy or
when you first see it, it's like she's terrified that this just happened, that her uncle just snapped this guy's neck.
But then you realize later that she was actually elated by it.
Yeah.
And you see the shower scene where she's crying. You think she's crying. She's trying to, wash all the filth off of her. But then it's like, oh, she's not really washing the filth off of her. She's doing something else.
Yeah. She, like full on face, and adults will know what I mean by that. She's in the shower, and like the whole time you think she's crying, seeing this, she's reliving this scene. We're seeing parts that we've never seen of it, and yeah, it's just amazing. Like every part of this movie surprised me, just blew me away, and took me, which I love. Like I don't want the same old. I know what's gonna happen. I didn't get that at all with this movie.
No.
I was guessing the whole time and was wrong every single moment that I was guessing. And yeah, it's just, she's in the shower, what we think is crying, and then we see the camera pans down her body that's full of dirt, covered in dirt, because they buried the guy after they killed him. And we see flashes of, it's not horror, it's ecstasy. Mm-hmm. And she's pleasuring herself to the fact that this guy was killed by her uncle. And it's just fantastic. So, to set up the end of this movie, her father took her hunting all the time. They caught rare birds, and he taught her how to be patient, how to sit and wait, and plan out the kill for these rare birds. And She even described to the point where she could, while she's waiting, she could count the leaves on a tree.
Yeah.
Like in 5 hours, she can count every leaf on a tree, and that she was that patient to wait, which is a beautiful setup for what happens at the end. And I won't even ruin the end because it's just you have to watch this movie. It's Stoker, and the tagline for this movie is "Do not disturb the family." And
it's one of those ones where people say like you can go see this movie, and you're like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Definitely go see this movie. This one will change your outlook on movies in general because it was so well done. It's low budget, I would say. Like nobody probably really knows about it, but
I've never heard of it.
Once you see it, you feel like everybody should know about it.
I agree 100%. Like whatever movie you plan on watching next, forget it and go watch Stoker because this movie is that good. It's just fantastic, and deserves to be talked about and watched for a very long time. That's Stoker. That's our first one, and we're gonna be moving on from here, I think, unless you have more to say.
No,
but
I could talk forever on that movie because I love it so much.
Yeah, there's lots of aspects we skipped over, but I want everyone to go watch this movie. So we're gonna move on to trailers, and I'm gonna give a pause. Is horns, as everyone heard last week's episode, but now trailers. Want me to go first, or you go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
We watched a trailer. We went to see. I'm going to ruin it. Allied, and there was a trailer for a movie. I think it was called Fences.
Yes, with Denzel Washington.
And wow,
yeah.
Like I feel like if that doesn't win a whole bunch of awards, there's going to be riots on the street. Because that was crazy. Like just the trailer in and of itself made me just raise up from my seat. Like, holy crap! These people are performing at the top of their craft.
Viola Davis and Denzel Washington.
And you know both of them. You've seen both of them in multiple movies.
Academy Award winners, both of them.
If this has to win something, then there's something wrong with the industry. It's like I won't say anything about Trump, but it's like if they don't win something, there's something wrong with the system.
And by all accounts, those two people, Denzel Washington and Viola Davis, do win. Like they are recognized, even in the climate we're in. I'll just put it that way. They still get recognized because they are brilliant. Both of them are just amazing. You like Denzel Washington has become a what's the phrase? Kind of a
demigod,
cliche. You can use it, but like cliche, like you mentioned famous actors and he comes up, but he deserves it. Like that dude can act his butt off.
I mean, if you can watch a trailer and feel emotionally as I did from watching that one, you know it's going to be good.
Yes.
Even her, she was like, you could tell she was like so emotional, like there was snot coming out of her nose. And
I'm surprised they used that in the trailer.
Like how do you do that? That's real though. That's the real thing. It was so brilliantly done. I just love the trailer.
Yeah, it's what's about a father who has gone through hardship his whole life and just kind of feels that you are what you make yourself, and he hasn't accomplished anything, so he doesn't feel like he can move forward in life.
It was all about tough love.
Yeah.
It was about you failing, but you telling your kids, like, yeah, I failed, but you can do better.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
And his son wants to be is it baseball
It's a baseball player.
Baseball? Yeah. It looks amazing. Fences does look amazing. I'm wanting to go the opposite end and go kind of big budget. It's a blockbuster. Assassin's Creed. This is a video game that I used to play religiously, and I still kind of play every so often now because I have the newest one. It is a fun kind of... basically, it's Not Lawrence Fishburne. Whoa, Michael Fassbender. There we go. Is the lead character here.
Who is one hell of an actor, by the way.
He is a great actor. He basically, the plot of Assassin's Creed is this guy wakes up in a facility and he finds out that they're going to use him to get his ancestors' memories because they might lead to this treasure that these assassins in the future held. So they hook him up to this machine and they make him reenact these events that his ancestor did to lead them to this massive treasure. And like I said, I love the games and they're on a heck of a run. Like the games are still going strong.
I've never played the games.
They are beautiful games and amazing graphics. But the movie trailers have all looked pretty amazing to me. Like I can't lie. Like,
yeah, I haven't played the games, but the movie looks great.
Yeah,
like insanely great. So I'm looking forward to seeing this one.
And like Robert said, Michael Fassbender is a fantastic actor. So
insanely.
Can't wait to. Sorry, Indiana Jones is on TV and they all thought he died. But yeah, Assassin's Creed. I recommend it. And now to the main event. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we are to the main event.
Do you have to call it a main event? Because compared to Stoker, I mean, let's be honest.
I gotta be true. Compared to Stoker,
or another movie ever created in the history of man.
Yeah. Allied, starring Brad Pitt and Talia al Ghul. I'll get her real name in a second here from The Dark Knight.
She was great in it.
Yeah, she was great. Allied, starring Brad Pitt and Marion Cotillard. Her name is weird, but she was Talia al Ghul in the last Dark Knight.
Because you can't pronounce her name.
Yes, that's how you know they're great. So Robert has a thing about Brad Pitt.
I don't have a thing about Brad Pitt. I just don't think he can act. That's not a thing.
That's the thing. Because he is one of the, like...
He's famous.
Yes.
But let's be honest, despite being famous, he's not talented. And there's people who are talented. That makes sense. That's true. He's famous, but he's not talented.
So...
It's just like people think he's hot for whatever reason. I don't...
So I'm going to have to agree with Robert here because Brad Pitt is the pretty boy.
Sucks.
And he can deliver a line.
No, he can't.
But
yeah. He can't.
He's not.
Can't even deliver a line.
He's not a character actor. And let me describe that because I've gotten in arguments with people over what a character actor is. A character actor is Daniel Day-Lewis. A character actor is kind of Johnny Depp but even him lately has been faltering.
He's kind of the same dude every time he plays a weirdo. He's the same dude.
Yeah. Like even he has been faltering for me because I watched Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm like, whoa, Captain Jack Sparrow is amazing. But then you watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and you kind of see the same similarities. But Daniel Day-Lewis is the best example I can give of a character actor,
right?
Because it's a person who disappears. Like you don't see that normal guy. You don't see Daniel Day-Lewis. You see who he's playing. Brad Pitt is not that.
No, he's not. You see Brad Pitt every time, not acting at all.
And Tom Hanks, I can argue, like Tom Hanks is different. But I don't mind it as much. Like
it's not as obvious.
Yeah. Because Forrest Gump was not Tom Hanks.
Not at all.
The Castaway guy was kind of Tom Hanks, but still you saw something different. Brad Pitt, especially in Allied.
Could you imagine Brad Pitt in like Castaway?
No.
It just wouldn't have.
No.
You couldn't. If you can't put him in Castaway, you can't put him in anything.
No.
It doesn't work.
So this whole movie. Like, I love the story. I love everything about the story.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Great story. But I'm like, he doesn't belong here.
Nope.
He doesn't. What is he doing?
Why is it? Because he got paid to be there? Basically, that was it. I just didn't like him in it. He just doesn't gel with that movie.
Yeah, because it's set in the first
It's the 1940s.
1940s. What's the first city they go? Casablanca.
Mm-hmm.
Casablanca is the first city you go in, and the first shot you see, I love the shot. It's him parachuting down.
That shoot was that shot was really good.
Yeah.
But it was overly, like, I feel like it was overly done. Like, you could tell it was CGI. Like when he landed and then he rolled and like the parachute fell down, it was too CGI. And that whole theme like went throughout the entire movie. It's like every extra that you saw in the background seemed like an extra. They were just walking. Hey, I got a camel. I'm walking a camel. Why are you walking that camel, dude? You're not going anywhere. And the whole movie was like that. So I didn't like that part of the movie.
So we land in Casablanca, or I'm not sure where Casablanca is, so I'm not gonna sound like
Over there.
Yeah, it's there. But yeah, he lands there, and he meets he meets a cab driver who tells him.
Yeah, he walks through the desert. Then he meets a cab driver who tells him he's going to meet a chick, and then he meets a chick, and the chick is supposed to be his wife. So he meets his wife
because he's a spy. And that's the question I have for you. Actually, do you think, because with the whole Brangelina thing ending, like the Jennifer Aniston thing ended with a Brad Pitt spy movie where he met Jennifer Aniston, or I'm sorry, he met Angelina Jolie, and all of a sudden now he leaves Jennifer Aniston for Angelina Jolie. Now he has another spy movie where he leaves Angelina Jolie.
I don't think this movie has enough influence or is epic enough to like influence anybody's opinion about his personal life. But about his personal life, what do you think about his personal life now that he's now like having a little marital issues where he's like separated from Angelina Jolie, who I know you enjoy her films.
I'm going to go ahead and reveal a secret here.
Oh.
Cue sappy music. I at one point in my time collected every single Angelina Jolie movie I owned.
There's only two that I like.
What? Let me hear these.
Hackers.
Yeah, fantastic.
Hackers. Like, I don't know if that was her first film officially. It wasn't her first film. Okay, you know, but for me, it was her first film. And then Wanted. Those were the two movies that I really liked her in.
Both great films. Wanted underrated in my opinion, but yeah, both great films. When I had my DVD collection, I owned every Angelina Jolie movie that there was. And I apologize to a single person who's listening and who just heard that. I love you. Yeah, I had every Angelina Jolie movie that was out. And she is, I don't know what it is about her, but...
In Hackers, she wasn't hot in Hackers.
No.
She was weird hot. Like, she was just awkward, like, I don't know what you are, but you're hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then in, like, Wanted, she was like, you're dangerous and kind of weird, but you're still hot.
There's a movie with Antonio Banderas called Original Sin that she is in.
Okay, I haven't seen that one.
And...
Does that one do it for you?
Like, honestly, every Angelina Jolie movie does it for me. She is... Those lips that look...
Salt
is...
You see, you wavered.
And her dad, her strange father, John Voight, who is a huge actor, but she doesn't acknowledge him. I think they made him. I'm not sure.
Would you?
No. But she... I can't see why Brad Pitt left her. I don't get it. Like...
I thought it was the other way around. What, am I hearing the wrong thing? I thought it was her left.
Actually, you're right.
Because he was smoking too much pot and
weed and drinking,
which is funny to me because like he's Brad Pitt. It's like what's
and the thing is, like, before Brad Pitt, she was with freaking Billy Bob Thornton and wore vials of blood of him like around her neck. Like, so how do you leave this guy?
I don't know. This guy smokes too much pot, and drinks too much booze.
But now she's all Ambassador Jolie and that whole thing and all that. But
that's a phase.
Yeah. But anyway, back to Allied. Brad Pitt did not belong in this movie.
He didn't.
Because, like I said, you land in Casablanca first, and they even point out the fact that his French accent.
I love that part. I love that part. She's like, let me hear your French accent or whatever. It's like, your French is pretty good, but your accent sucks. Kind of like your acting sucks. Anyway, your acting sucks, but yeah, you can talk. But I don't want to. Yeah, I don't know.
And it's like, and then we find out later that he's from Quebec.
Yeah, he's really from Canada.
And it's like, no, he's not.
No,
I don't see that at all.
He just sucks at acting, folks.
So, and then we see him, like, he's from Quebec, and he's stationed in London, England. So it's even more glaring that he does not belong here, because you have all these amazing English actors, and then Brad Pitt.
It just doesn't fit. I don't understand why he keeps getting these roles that he shouldn't get. If they had put somebody else in the place of Brad Pitt, it probably would have been a more amazing.
Because the story's amazing.
It's a decent story. It didn't blow my mind like I've seen it before, but it would have been better had Brad Pitt not been in the movie. And that's just my Brad Pitt hate, and I hate that I have that, because I love in movies like
Inglourious Basterds.
What's that?
Inglourious Basterds.
No, I wasn't thinking of that one.
No,
I was thinking of what's the one with the Edward Norton?
Edward Norton. Fight Club.
Yeah, Fight Club.
Yeah, Fight Club is amazing.
He's perfect in that role because he plays an imaginary character. He plays somebody's image of what he's supposed to be like in real life. Mm-hmm. So that works for me. I can excuse his bad acting because he's playing a character that doesn't exist. That makes sense to me. But in any movie that's supposed to make sense, he just doesn't work for me. He's just horrible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't. I know people love Brad Pitt, but I just can't.
I'm going to go ahead and clarify. I love the Ocean's movie, Ocean's 11, 12, and 13. You don't like them?
I don't love them.
You don't love them? Okay,
they're okay.
I love the actually Ocean's 12. I was okay.
Do you love them because of his acting?
No. Brad Pitt is not my favorite character.
Okay, see,
the heists are my favorite part of those movies. But yeah, 12 was lackluster, 11 was great, 13 was great. But yeah, Brad Pitt is not the shining authority of those movies. I gotta tell you, you're right. Like, Fight Club is Fight Club. So
he shines in Fight Club. I don't know why, but he shines in that movie. But every other movie,
Tyler Durden, yeah.
What's that?
Tyler Durden?
Yeah. In any other movie, he doesn't shine for me, but in Fight Club, he's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he was born to play the guy Tyler Durden in Fight Club. That was it.
I haven't had sex like that since I was a schoolgirl. That's not the line, it's but perfect. I edited it. But yeah, I agree. Yeah, Fight Club was great. And then but women love him.
Can you think of a movie that you'd love fight like Brad Pitt in?
Give me a second.
You can't. I cannot think of a single movie that Brad Pitt was in. Well, Moneyball was good. I didn't think I was going to like Moneyball, but it was a decent movie. Mm. That's the one that he probably shined the most in, an actor. But outside of that and Fight Club, no.
I keep going back to Inglourious Basterds, but after watching Allied, like I told Robert earlier today, you saw notes of Aldo Raines in his character in Allied. So I was like, oh, he's going places with that strange voice. Buongiorno. But he wasn't really going places.
No, I don't even speak French, and his French was all like ridiculous. I'm sorry to say it, he was ridiculous. It's horrible. Yeah, so I was kind of the penitent man. Sorry, Indiana Jones is so long, and this movie is great. But so I agree. It's Brad Pitt. Do you really think Brad Pitt brings anything to anything?
He brings the women.
You think he brings women? Women just
women love.
They're just literally they're just moist. They're just
exactly.
Brad Pitt, thank you.
Women are like, Especially
I
old
don't see
women.
it.
Like,
Because
the theater was full today of older women.
Like, there's a song that just came out from, oh my God. What's his name? The little Canadian guy.
Canadian?
He's Canadian.
Is he
I'm
a
pretty sure
rapper?
he's Canadian. No, he's not a rapper. He's black, but he's not Canadian. What's his
Drake?
name? No, the other dude.
Drake is Canadian?
No, I don't know if it's Canadian or not. He might be. What's the guy's name?
I'm not sure.
The dude, he's Starboy is the name of the song. You know it now. You don't know his name? The Weeknd. The Weeknd.
He's in Drake's Cap.
He mentions Brad Pitt in Legends of the Fall in his song The Starboy. I'm like, why? Like, I've watched Legends of the Fall, but I didn't I didn't get all like, woo, is Brad. I don't get it. I don't understand why Brad Pitt's that big. He can't act. He sucks. I hate to say it, and I'm sure Brad Pitt's not listening. But if he was listening, he'd be like, "Whatever you, man." But he can't act. He can't act. He's horrible. He was good at Fight Club because I can rationalize in my head that he was a fictional character pretending to be a real character. So that's how his acting comes across as real.
Did you like his? My favorite part in the Ocean's movie was his relationship between.
He was always eating in the Ocean movie, which is something that I thought was odd.
And I heard that's his crutch. Like he has to eat while he's filming. But him and George Clooney's
I like George Clooney.
Back and forth. Like that was the whole he's like
he could have been anybody.
He knocks
He could have replaced him with anybody.
He knocks on the door.
The 12-year-old boy that lives across the street from me, and it would have been just as good as Brad Pitt. It didn't matter.
He knocks on the door and he's like, "Are you crying?" No. And George Clooney's like, "Oprah. It's an episode. And that whole scene caught me. It hooked me in. That not do anything for you.
I can understand that.
No, nothing for you.
I can understand that, but no, not for me, because it's Brad Pitt. He just can't. He doesn't. No, I'm sorry. I hate because I'm sure there's some Brad Pitt fans out there who are just like, "Oh man, Brad Pitt's great." No, he's not. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you, but it sucks. He tries, but he just sucks. He's only getting by because of his looks. Yeah. Which are minimal to me. I don't know to you. Maybe they're great.
No,
to me they're minimal.
He's straight and narrow here.
I
can do without his.
I like musicals, but I don't like Brad Pitt.
That is the coolest thing. I like musicals.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I just don't. But whatever.
Okay. Allied. So, the Allied movie is about Brad Pitt meets the actor meets a woman in Casablanca, and they are both spies, and they have to pull off a mission.
I like the woman.
She is Talia al Ghul from the Dark Knight, right?
So good.
Yeah. Dark Knight with Heath Ledger.
She's been typecast, hasn't she? Because she's playing that same role.
Yeah. Yeah. But she is amazing. She does everything that she needs to do in this movie. And just like she did, other than her death scene in Dark Knight, she dies. But yeah, he meets her. They have to do a mission. They get ready for this mission. They do everything right, and they actually pull off the mission, assassinating a Nazi diplomat of some kind. And then on the way out of town, he says, "I want to marry you." So they get married.
This is kind of abrupt.
Kind of abrupt after 10 days.
The whole movie makes you think that she's the villain. Yeah. Which is what was good about the movie. Yeah. They make it think that she's the villain. So no matter what's going to happen, that's the end point.
So do you think she's a villain though? Like I don't think she's a villain. I think she's doing it for her daughter.
I felt like she was the villain for me. Mm-hmm. She wasn't. Oh, I'm trying to think of the right words to say here. She was trained to be deceptive. Mm-hmm. So the fact that she was, in this relationship not being deceptive seemed kind of ingenuine because you thought that she was actually going to be indeceptive.
Yes.
And the way she acted it was like, you're like, yeah, she's being indeceptive. She's not really the good person in this movie. But then you find out she's being like
genuine because
yeah. And in that whole ending, despite the fact that it was good, yeah, she's being played by all these other people. She really does love her husband. She really does love her daughter. It still didn't cross over for me. I was still like, I don't care because like the whole movie was ruined by Brad Pitt. I'm sorry. The whole movie was ruined by that dude. So it just didn't, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You had a different experience than I did.
Like I said, I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the fact that
the story was good.
She, we get this whole setup of, because the first close to an hour, them developing their relationship in Casablanca. Yeah, and they assassinate this guy and they come together because of they did that and they pulled it off and they escaped with no issues. But then we later find out that there were issues because she was actually supposed to pull this off and supposed to do this because it's what Mafia wanted. Nine. But yeah, they pulled it off and.
Did you just have a flashback to Yoga Hosers?
I did kind of have a flashback to Yoga. Which we need to watch again. But yeah.
That would be interesting to rewatch that after watching it and then like giving a new perspective.
I want to because I think I judged it too harshly the first time I watched it. Okay.
I don't think you judged it harshly enough.
He wants to direct. Oh shoot! I skipped movie news, but we'll do it after this. But anyway, Allied.
Overall, did you like the movie?
I liked the movie overall because of the story, not because of Brad Pitt, but because of the story. I love the ending. I thought was perfect. I wish he would have died as well. I wish the guy.
I agree with you there.
I
wish he could have died.
Not because of his acting, right here, but I think it would have. I think it would have tied into the story more if he would have just
Somebody had to take care of that baby though.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
A baby.
The fact that there was a baby, everyone's like, "Yeah, PC, we need to take care of this baby."
That was the gimmick they used though. Like, I'm gonna kill myself, but take care of my baby.
Yeah.
It's to make you like her. I still didn't like her, even though she did that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she was a spy. She was a German spy.
It wasn't even the spy part. I actually liked her, even though she was a spy, even though she was forced to give away secrets because they threatened her baby's life. I liked her. I liked the actress. I liked the acting. I liked the character. I just didn't like Brad Pitt.
And Brad was left to take care of the baby.
And that's who was left in the end. That was the hero of the story.
But yeah,
good old Brad Pitt.
He
weed smoking, drinking,
and ambassador leaving Brad Pitt.
Custody of any of his children. He's a great guy.
Pencil penis Brad Pitt.
I don't know about all that, but yeah.
There were pictures that TMZ released.
I have not seen pictures of anybody's penis.
It was a pencil.
I don't want to.
I felt bad for the guy.
Yeah. I don't know anything about this, but that's okay.
Added point. Got it. Okay. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Like I said, I love the story. I love the spy stuff. I'm a big James Bond guy, so the spy stuff.
You felt James Bond in this movie?
With him, the whole fact that he had 72 hours to prove that she was innocent, and he went through hell to do so. I felt James Bond would do that same thing. The Daniel Craig James Bond is a throw caution to the wind.
Daniel Craig in there, yeah.
Yeah,
I can feel you, but before Daniel Craig, not so much.
Yeah. Daniel Craig Bond would have done what Brad Pitt did to clear her name and find out that she was in fact guilty. But Daniel Craig would have probably killed her after he found out she was guilty.
Nah, he wouldn't have killed her. He would have loved her.
Yeah, he's a lover. That's right.
Yeah, he's a lover.
Yeah. But yeah, I think he would have, the fact that he went through all that to find out that she was in fact guilty, and then
I wish there would have been more of that, of him finding out whether or not she was.
he went through a
She
lot.
said- Yeah, but I wanted more.
He got people killed.
He got one dude killed.
One dude killed.
What was the other guy? He got one dude killed
Mm.
who waited too long and got shot up while he was sitting in his plane. Outside of that, it wasn't.
But he went to a
yeah, but
French prison.
I would have gone there too.
Like-
If I knew the address, I would have drove. You know, he wasn't that far to go. And to ask some dude, is this the person? And he was drunk. He didn't know who he was looking at.
Yeah, that guy was drunk. But he was drunk and he was sober enough to know she played a song.
They did figure it out.
Yeah.
They did figure it out that she couldn't play the piano.
And she realized in the end she was drunk.
Which was a little similarity to Stoker because they were playing the piano like a mofo.
Yeah.
And so there's your connection if you wanted to match the two films.
Pianos!
Yeah. But yeah, I like the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't executed well enough for me to be like,
Pitt?
go out and watch Allied.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I'd recommend Stoker to anybody.
Same here.
But not
Same
Allied.
I'm in agreement with you. So that's Allied.
That's it.
There's a lot to like I said, the movie it's crazy because it was a Saturday at 5 p.m. and the movie theater was full.
It was pretty full
of old people.
Yes.
Like there were a lot of old people who were like,
great.
I lived through World War II and I want to see that.
Yeah, I think they were just Brad Pitt fans.
True.
They haven't figured it out yet. They suck. You'll figure it out eventually.
I don't think they will. If they're like 70 and they're still going to see his movie.
I haven't seen all of Brad Pitt's films, so there's
I've seen quite a few of them.
There's a few that I haven't seen that I've wanted to see, where he acts outside of his normal range.
Which?
Yeah. What?
Like which ones does he act?
There's a few. I can't think of the names.
Inglourious Basterds is the most I've seen him go outside of his range.
There's one where he plays like he's like this. Working out.
Snatch.
Not Snatch.
Snatch is the most I've seen him actually. Because Snatch he plays Mickey, and Snatch is one of my favorite movies.
What's the one where there's like a conspiracy going on? He's like he's like a workout guy.
Burn After Reading.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
is that one good?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to see that to change my mind about Brad Pitt.
Okay.
Outside of that,
so if you can watch that in a week, let me know. Next week we'll find out what Rubber thinks of Brad Pitt after you watch this Burn After Reading.
Because I just can't get into him. You just know. I hate to say it that somebody sucks. Because I know people try so... I can't act. I'm not an actor.
I think you can.
He probably tries really, really hard. He's probably at the top of his craft for himself. But he just, for me, he just can't act. I hate to say it, but it's true. He's not listening. He doesn't know.
Allied, ladies and gentlemen. Go see Allied in theaters now. We're going to get off Allied and go to movie news. Which I skipped. I meant to do this earlier. Let's see here. First off, this is personally movie news for Robert. Join John Boyega, a.k.a. Finn from Star Wars, a.k.a. Moses from Attack the Block, will be in Pacific Rim 2.
Whoa.
And I know how you like Pacific Rim.
Yes.
Yeah, so he will be in Pacific Rim 2. I thought that was fantastic.
Will he be pirating like a Jaeger?
Not known yet. There's a couple images of him.
What's it gotta be? What else would you be doing?
Exactly. Yeah. And the fact that he was Finn, I think he's gonna have a pretty big role. Snowpiercer, starring Captain America.
2?
Not 2, but it has been bought by Legendary, and it will be a TV series, possibly on TNT. Oh, I hear a sigh.
I don't get it. I don't just make a good movie and have it stand alone. Why make a TV?
The thing is, like,
but I will say this: I love me some Exorcist.
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched the Exorcist series?
I have not seen the series yet.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Go watch it.
Okay.
The first few episodes, I wasn't so impressed with it. I'm sitting here with my girlfriend watching it. I'm like, yeah, I don't like this so much. 4 or 5 comes around, and I'm like, yes, this is my show.
This is it.
It gets good. It gets so good. But before that, no. And that's the same way I feel like about like a lot of TV shows. Like you don't have to always go. You don't have to go movie to TV show or movie to sequel. Sometimes it's just good as it is, and you like stretch it out.
Did you like the movie Snowpiercer?
Yes.
Yes. And I did as well. And I think TV right now is so strong. People are gearing towards it, because I don't think Snowpiercer did not do well in theaters, but I think it will do well on TV. If that makes sense.
Like I want to say DVD format, but that's not like correct in the times. Like outside of being like originally released in theaters,
yeah,
it will do well.
Mm.
Movie like TV series wise, like I don't know. It would be because it would be like a continuous repetition of the big reveal that was in the movie.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So I don't know if that would work, but the big reveal in the movie works. But as a TV series, I don't know if it would continually work.
I can see that. Like, yeah, because it was the fact that when we got past the knowing that these guys are surviving on a train, and then we go to each car of this train has a specific purpose.
What did you think about the bugs? Like it's a food source. Yeah. Were you like, what? We're eating bugs?
It's a little weird.
But because for most people, bugs isn't a big thing.
No.
Other countries,
it's a big thing.
They're like, yeah, we eat bugs all the time.
Exactly.
Dude, what's wrong with you? It's protein.
I don't know. I'll watch it.
I don't want to eat bugs.
Yeah. I'll definitely watch it. I'm excited about that.
You need to watch The Exorcist. Watch The Exorcist and then tell me what you think.
I definitely will.
And let everybody know what you think.
I love TV.
Because I love what they did with this particular series. I didn't think it would work. I was dead set against it. I was like, no, you can't do The Exorcist as like a TV show.
Yeah, which I agree.
And they did it.
They did. Okay. So because of Robert's recommendation, I'm going to watch The Exorcist.
Yep. He's going to like it.
I like it. Other entertainment news today. Legendary bought the rights to Dune. So that means not only are we going to get a Dune television show probably, but we're going to get a new Dune movie.
Did you like the original Dune movie? Like I know you didn't you probably didn't read the first Dune book.
I have.
You've read the first Dune book?
I have the entire Dune collection in book.
What?
Yes, I have all 14 books. I have.
That's awesome.
I love Dune. Dune is a close thing to my heart. It's a great series, and
I did not know that.
Yeah, it is fantastic. Dune Messiah, all of the Dune.
The original Dune book,
yeah.
The original Dune movie.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you feel about it? Did it transfer over to?
I actually like the sci-fi miniseries more. But I think I still like the original Dune movie, but I like the sci-fi original series more. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. How about you?
I didn't. First of all, I didn't know you liked Dune as much as you like Dune.
I love Dune. Yeah.
I attempted to read the first Dune book. I was in high school at the time. We had a substitute teacher who was like, "We're gonna read this book." I'm like, "Pick a book you want to read." I'm like, "I want to read Dune," and I didn't get through it because I love the movie so much and just the way it translated the story to me. So as far as the original Dune movie. Like top of my list.
Mm-hmm.
Book I didn't get into.
Understandable.
But the movie was like totally blew me away.
Yeah, I can see that because the books are like almost Bible like. Like they, the way they list chronological order of he begot him, and he begot him, and you know
I
that's
want just easier to read things. Like I don't know. I guess I'm stupid.
no,
So
no.
I want easier to read things. So it just didn't give me an easier to read thing when in the books. But the movies, like the first movie, just laid it out for me. It was just so brilliantly done. I love like the character narration, the introspection. Everything was just so perfectly done. It's like I didn't watch. There was like a series after that
Yeah.
before I didn't watch that. It
Children of
had the
Dune.
guy from Trance and
Mhm.
Wanted.
John Mack.
I didn't watch. I didn't get to see that.
Yeah.
But I heard about it.
Mhm.
But it just the original movie though, yeah, I love the original movie.
So will you watch a Dune movie?
I would watch a new Dune movie, a new Dune TV series. I would probably even now at this time in my life tackle a new like a Dune book.
I have like I said, I have the whole collection. So if you ever want to borrow that,
Right on.
but yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I'm all about Dune. I will watch it. I will because it's such a spice. Who's that? Freaking Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, you're talking about what's his face?
Yeah. And he has a line about spice in Dune.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Dune. And to go on, more TV news, which I already heard your TV news kind of, your views on it. Anne Rice, the creator of Interview with the Vampire, Lestat, that sort of thing, she now has gained the rights back to all of her works. So she
lost them at some point.
Yeah, the movie, the Black Fox and that sort of thing got rights to all of her works, but now she has them back. So she feels that her Vampire Chronicles should be on TV, and she's going to release her Vampire Chronicles on television.
Well, of course she is.
Yes,
she's probably a little bit of a narcissist about who doesn't love Interview with the Vampire?
I think that's one of my it's great.
After that,
yeah,
not so much.
Yeah,
but before,
Interview with the Vampire with Brad Pitt and
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Yes.
Would you even expect any other movie to have those two actors in them at the same time?
I think the greatest parts, honestly.
And everybody was like, "There's some gayness there," but I didn't feel there was gayness. I thought it was just like vampire-ness or whatever.
I agree. Like those two together, and you add Kristen Dunst as the little vampire, and it worked. Like that movie is on top of my list. It's great.
That was all about Kristen Dunst for me. That's just weird. There's so many movies I could list with Kristen Dunst right now that you guys. I've never seen that movie, but if you watched it, you'd be like, "Wow, Kristen Dunst."
Even with her weird snaggle tooth and her front tooth, that's weird. And that's movie news today, guys. I just want to bring those two rappers' attention.
Dune.
Oh, it's Dune. Yeah, Legendary Pictures. It's coming back in a big way.
I'm still mulling it over in my head. I don't know what to think. I'm gonna go watch Dune again and see if I want
the original.
If I want that to be a TV series.
So that brings us to suggestions. And I'm going to go ahead and go first here because I'm going to change mine to Stoker's. I'm going to suggest the first movie we discussed here. Go see Stoker's because I was so blown away from Stoker's. It's great. So please watch Stoker's. Go find it on DVD. Go download it. It's a fantastic movie. You heard us talk about it the first half of the podcast. Stoker's. Just amazing. It blew me away. And like I said, I regret feeling so connected to it, but go watch it.
Yes.
Robert?
It's hard to follow because I picked it.
Did you?
And you took it.
Oh,
but I'll give my next one. Maybe we will watch this one and review it, and you will have already seen it. But I'm gonna shout out for Robin Wright at the Congress. That's the name of the movie.
At the Congress?
Robin Wright at the Congress.
I've not seen that.
I figured you have it because it's kind of an oddball, but it's much like Stoker. You're going to watch it and you're going to be like, I can't believe I haven't seen that. This one is a combination of a live action, what's going to happen to us in the future. Like if I'm an actor.
Robots.
If I'm an actor and somebody can digitally use my image as an actress or
which
an actor,
George Lucas wanted to do
in a movie, then would I allow them to do so and let them pay me to do so? And then once you actually get into that world, if it was animated, how would I feel? And that's basically what you get with Robin Wright at the Congress. It's a really strange movie. It's not one that I necessarily recommend to everybody. If you're not a real movie watcher that really wants to watch something unique and different and real, don't go there. But if you're a real movie watcher, Robin Wright at the Congress, check it out.
So I'm gonna have to watch that one.
Yep.
Actually, I'm gonna wait until next episode or podcast or whenever we watch it to watch it. But yeah, okay. At the Congress. Is that with
It's with Robin Wright.
Robin Wright
is. If you don't know who Robin Wright is, if you've seen The Princess Bride, the girl from The Princess Bride, the main character, the girl, that's Robin Wright.
Gotcha. Okay. Is Charlize Theron not in that?
I don't think she is.
No, okay.
I don't remember her being in it.
Okay.
But there's definitely some Robin Wright because it's called Robin Wright in the Congress.
Well, sweet deal. Robin Wright. That is suggestions. And actually, I guess we'll go into our big villain movie fight thing. Our number 10s for that. We'll go ahead and get this battle discussed because it needs to be discussed.
Let's do it.
So number 10 was
mine was Fletcher.
Yours was Fletcher,
played by J.K. Simmons in Whiplash,
which I opened the show with, which it's just an amazing movie.
And your number 10 was?
I'm trying to remember here. My number 10 was
it Miles?
Miles from Avatar. Okay, so this is where we are.
So we're going to debate this? Fletcher versus Miles?
Fletcher versus Miles. And we need to debate it in all forms, in every way we can, because it to make it fair, it has to be debated in every way we can think of. So, Fletcher versus Miles. Now, let's go ahead and start this. Avatar. Miles, Colonel Miles was pretty amazing. He basically wanted humanity to survive, and his ideals on this were to make humanity survive was to get unobtainium, this made-up metal, which could solve all of man's issues. So they found the world of Avatar, and they wanted to go there and mine this stuff, even if it meant killing the native species. And he was all about that, and he was the soldier, the leader of the soldiers to do this.
Right.
That was Miles. Now Fletcher from Whiplash.
Fletcher was just this dude. Like, I have so much mixed emotions about him. Was he bad or was he good? He was bad, but what he did was he influenced people to the point where they would break themselves basically to meet his goals and what he wanted them to do. So it was just weird kind of. He's not really tortured. Like, he's not really being evil, but he was in a psychological sense. It was all psychological.
And I think this is the perfect matchup because these two in my opinion, are kind of similar. Because Miles was he wanted his soldiers to be the best they could, so he treated them like crap.
I'm pretty sure Fletcher would have thrown a chair at your
and smacked them in the face.
Soldiers.
Yeah. You don't know how you effing tempo. So, but Like, yeah. So let's say Miles is the leader of this orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
Miles needs these kids to work as hard as they possibly can.
He's going to be militant.
He's gonna be
He's
militant.
gonna be, like, that's it.
He's got, but Fletcher was also militant. Like,
he was psychologically just like manipulative.
That's how drill sergeants are, though. Like, drill sergeants get in your face, and they're in your face, and they're like,
in a single line though. But I feel like Fletcher would have like taken could have taken to get you where he wanted you to get you.
I agree, because
he
like,
just wanted a perfect performance.
He went.
He didn't care where
he went like
got you.
adorable first. He's like, you know what? That's great. That's good. It's not my tempo. We're gonna work on this. We're gonna get this going. It's not my tempo. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
And he did that like 8 or 9 times before he's like, "You're trying. I get it."
The very end of Whiplash.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel when he's still on stage with the guy, and he was like, "I know you're the one that got me fired,
but I'm gonna do this because I know you're great."
No, he was doing it because he wanted to break him down.
Yeah,
he didn't know he was going to be great at the time.
Oh, you mean the exact
at the very end?
The very end, yeah.
But
like he like to break him down. He at the very end, he's like, "I'm going to screw you over because I know you fired me."
But he didn't know. But he didn't know he was going to be able to give that performance.
But yeah, when he realized,
he hoped for it. But when he realized, he's like, "Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I got you." But he didn't really get him. That was that other guy being the hero.
Yeah,
he was the hero then. He was he was still the villain, saying, "Yeah, I got you. I got you to make this amazing performance."
Even when he realized it, you think he was still the villain?
I still think he was still the villain. It doesn't matter, even though because you sympathize with him. You're like, yeah, he's just poor old man. He wants this great performance out of somebody. He's going to be really, really hard on people until he gets it. And then when he finally gets it, he gets credit for it. No, you don't get credit for it. You were being a jerk to these people this entire time.
Yeah, I agree. He still will be lost in the ether of.
It's Carmel.
It is. What is this?
I don't know.
Sorry, TV. He still will be. Is the. This is the one with the Arcs and John Cusack, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
2012?
Could be.
But he will, Fletcher will still be lost in the ether.
People were just lost right there. They're like, what are you talking about? We're watching TV and trying to talk at the same time.
Fletcher will still be lost in the ether. I think this is 2012. But Fletcher will still be lost in the ether because that guy played his butt off. But Fletcher was just conducting. So Fletcher will be lost in the ether. But he brought the best out of that guy.
It doesn't matter what was around him. If it was bad or good, he was just conducting. He was conducting bad. He was conducting bad. He was conducting bad. And then all of a sudden, holy crap, I'm conducting good. And he realized, he's like, oh, I'm conducting good. I'm going to really play this up. But the whole point was he didn't know. He was just blindly going through life, hoping that he was conducting something that was going to be brilliant.
Yeah.
And he didn't get it until the very end of that movie. And it was after the guy was defeated. He was defeated. He's like, I know that was you that got me fired. And he played him. And he got him up there, embarrassed him. Mm-hmm. He went back, talked to his dad. I'm embarrassed. I'm a baby. I don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden he's like, you know what? I'm not a baby. And he goes back out there and he just starts playing like a
nonstop,
just a boom,
nonstop to the point where he goes past the white meat.
And I don't even like that type of music.
I mean,
and I was like, get it, son, get it. And he was just getting it the whole time.
Yeah, okay.
You see what I'm saying? That's why.
So Fletcher brought the best out of this kid because he didn't stop. Not only did he not stop, he broke this kid to the point of suicide, which one of his students did commit suicide.
Yes.
So he broke this kid to the point of suicide, but this kid is like, no.
Where did Miles do that?
Miles did not do that. Miles tried to. Miles broke this. He got this cripple, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna berate you, but this cripple actually revolted against him. But Miles also. Now I will go ahead here.
Give it to me.
And this is not taken from Fletcher, but Miles did, like, when he realized, hey, I failed at changing this guy's mind. I'm going to go ahead and fight these guys because I am just as strong. And he went out
He didn't
there.
have a choice though. It was the same thing like in Dark Knight.
He could have went home.
Look at Dark Knight.
Okay.
Dark Knight.
Yes.
He sets these two people on these barges against each other.
Yeah.
Like,
Joker.
do you destroy one? Yes. You destroy one, or you destroy the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then like nobody does it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, and
I have to do something
even
now.
the one prisoner is like, give me that detonator. Let me do what you should have done a while ago. And he throws the detonator out the window, even though he was a criminal. And then Joker's like, this is how you know he's evil and not just like somebody who just does something like he says in the movie. He's like, I'm going to kill him anyway. I'm going to kill somebody anyway. That's when you know he's evil. Even when he's lost, he's like, I'm going to lose. I'm going to kill somebody anyway.
And that's what Miles does.
How does Miles do that?
Miles hops out of his protective bubble where he has safety, where he could have went home, and he holds his breath to the fact where he could have died. And he goes out there and he shoots at these freaking things to the point he tries to kill them and take their tree down, even though everything he's planned up until that point has failed.
I think he's acting in desperation.
And that's what you think is
I
desperation?
think he's acting in desperation. He's like, I failed. What else? Just like the Joker did. Same exact thing. I failed in proving that these people would kill each other. So I'm going to just kill one of them anyway. Miles does the same thing. I failed in what I was attempting to do, so I'm just going to go out and kill some people and ruin some lives. But that's not what Fletcher does. He coaxes it out of you.
I agree. Fletcher's whole goal is to make someone the best they can be. That's his goal.
Even if he has to tear down everybody else around him.
And lose. Like, he doesn't care about himself losing. He just wants to make this person the best. So, with that said, I'm going to concede here. I'm going to say Miles. I'm going to say Miles loses.
Fight as long as you want.
I have nothing else to go on because Miles wanted unobtainium. Miles couldn't get unobtainium.
That's a funny word, unobtainium. You can't tame that metal, but I can unobtainium.
Miles lost in every way. Fletcher, on the other hand, he wanted...
Psychologically, I think Fletcher wins.
Yeah.
But maybe not so much in other ways, but psychologically he wins.
Yeah, Fletcher couldn't, of course, hang with Miles and that sort of thing. But like if they were to fist fight, but whatever. That's beyond the point.
Miles would win in that case, but
yeah. But psychologically, Fletcher broke down and succeeded the most in what he was trying to accomplish. But we both can agree on that.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. So Fletcher moves forward in this instance. So Miles, Avatar, you're defeated and pushed out into the ether. You can go hold your breath somewhere else. And that is round one of the Go Watch a Movie tournament of movie villains. And I think it went well. I like that discussion.
Yes.
Went pretty well. And that, ladies and gentlemen, with that is Go Watch a Movie episode 9. I had a blast, and I am Kelvin.
And I'm Robert.
Go watch a movie.
999.
999.